Trump is now declaring Bill Clinton fair game as he takes on Hillary Clinton. He tweeted this morning, quote, "If Hillary thinks she can unleash her husband with his terrible record of women abuse while playing the women's card on me, she's wrong." Trump also blasted Virginia Republicans' plan to have voters say and sign a pledge stating they're Republicans before voting for the GOP nominee. One tweet read, "Straighten out the Republican Party of Virginia before it's too late." Wall Street Journal columnist and CBS News contributor Peggy Noonan is with us this morning. Good morning to you, Peggy.
Good morning, Margaret. How nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Give us some perspective on why Trump would be attacking the Republican Party of Virginia. Is this simply because his followers aren't themselves the, straight edge, signed up Republican card-carrying members of the party?
I think that may be a little of it, but I think on the principle of it, Trump is probably correct. Politics is a game of addition. Politics is a game, quote unquote, in which you try to get other people to come in. If you can draw independents and Democrats, good thing. I've never heard of a state in modern times asking you before you vote in a primary to swear or state that you are a member of the party. Have the gates be open, invite everybody in. That's the way to do it.
Because they're scared about what happened with David Bratt and Eric Cantor getting knocked out in the primary.
Yes, well, the people spoke in that one, right? Let the people speak. Do you know what I mean? They show you are lucky when you are a Republican Party and independents want to come in and vote for one of your guys.
On the subject of speaking.
And you say, thank you, come on in, yay.
Yeah.
Everybody's allowed. Donald Trump is speaking quite a bit, as we just heard. The increased attacks now on Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton, what is he thinking?
I think this is Mr. Trump being Mr. Trump and Mrs. Clinton being Mrs. Clinton. Interestingly, they're fighting as if they are both the nominees. Isn't that kind of interesting? He is not the nominee, and she is not even yet officially the nominee. They're fighting over small stuff. I think they're both speaking to their base. Hillary is saying, all of you women who support me, let's not forget this guy is sexist and an enemy of women. Trump is saying to his people, oh, you know what? The normal rules of political comportment, I don't pay attention to that false, phony politeness. I go straight for you. So they're in one of their fights. It'll be a different fight next week.
But this is all getting very interesting, right? I mean, Bill Clinton's going to get more involved now.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton's going to get much more attention from Donald Trump and others now.
Yes, and you don't know how that's going to play.
Exactly.
I'm sorry?
That wasn't the winning strategy for her last time.
Exactly. It didn't work in 08. In fact, Bill Clinton hurt Mrs. Clinton in 08 by some of his statements and actions on the campaign trail. We will see if it is different in 16. It's 8 years later. But if you don't think a Donald Trump is going to go to war with a Bill Clinton, in some tweet frenzy, you are just mistaken. So, if you like political years and cycles to be exciting and fun and surprising and wacky, you're going to enjoy 2016 a lot.
I would say so. And speaking of 2016, we're talking about Iowa here. A lot of folks have tried to poke some holes in the Trump strategy in Iowa, right?
Yeah.
Not only about not polling, but also not keeping track of which voters actually can vote in the caucus.
Yeah. Also, it remains unknown whether or not Donald Trump's enthusiastic rally-goers will show up on caucus night with a little snow and a sick kid and a toothache. And caucuses are a little complicated. You don't just show up in a voting booth and go, I want this guy. You have to meet with your neighbors. You're at a set place. You have to have some back and forth with them. So you have to sort of make yourself part of the process. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. Maybe he'll have a good Iowa, maybe not.
Bernie Sanders was on Face the Nation. He had some interesting insight, and he actually found what he said was some common cause almost with Donald Trump here, saying we both hear this discontent among the working class. And he almost gave Trump more legitimacy despite being a guy on the other side of the aisle and attacking him.
If you think Bernie Sanders has legitimacy to bestow, yes. What I thought was interesting was that Sanders just did a really smart thing. He's looking at all the voters and he's thinking, I'm a left-wing populist. But we have a lot in common with right-wing populists. They like Trump. I'm going to go straight to Trump's guys and say, don't just think him, think me. I share some of your views, your antagonisms, and your insights. We all hate Wall Street, you know? So I thought that is
Interesting.
playing the game of addition, not subtraction.
One heck of a team, Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders. Peggy Noonan.
Thank you, Peggy.
Good to see you. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you. See you in 16.